And welcome to the 19th hole here on Sunrise. Joining us is Rob and Richard Lenton, who's Associate Editor of Golf Punk magazine. Morning and welcome.
Morning.
Who, we have to say, straight away, correctly predicted that this man would win the Masters.
On this very sofa. On Saturday morning.
How come?
Witness to that.
Yeah, how come?
I just plucked the name out of the sky.
Yeah, of course you did.
Yeah. No, he's one of these very tough, old-school guys. He's got one of these faces that tell 1,000 stories, but the course was set up perfectly for him. He hits the ball a country mile with that natural draw, and you've got to be able to shape that shot at Augusta. Yeah,
and in terms of a three-way, as much, I guess, mental strength as the physical strength of hitting it far down the fairway.
Absolutely. He was struggling with his game a little bit, but he kept fighting. He kept fighting in there because, I mean, he comes from a tough upbringing back in Argentina. He comes from quite a poor family, and he started doing a bit of caddying for some extra cash. And he just had it down the stretch. You saw those two putts that he had to hole on 18. They were 8-foot downhillers on, like, glass-like greens. And he kept his nerve while Kenny Perry, I'm afraid, faltered.
Yes, and is this really what it's all down to? In terms of you get to these later stages, these big competitions, it's the mental toughness.
Yeah. Well, you've got to go back into the locker, and Kenny Perry has only ever really challenged once before, the 1996 PGA that he lost in a playoff, and that's haunted him for years. Whereas Cabrera in 2007 won the US Open, so he had that to fall back on. I mean, Kenny Perry had the tournament won on the 16th hole when he hit his approach, stone dead at the 16th. He was 2 shots clear. To get those 2 5s down 17 and 18, it's going to haunt him for the rest of his life.
It is. And what about Tiger and Mickelson? Because the centre of attention was absolutely on them, because it looked like they could do it. Certainly Mickelson, but I guess mentally they went as well.
Yeah, I mean, it was, for me, the most exciting final day since Jack Nicklaus ripped the course up in '86 to Pip Seve. But when Tiger, he was awful in practice, and then on the first tee, he's boomed his drive 100 yards off kilter. It's gone over the 9th fairway and onto the 8th. And he was battling with the driver all day.
And suggestions that the Masters needed this drama to really sort of kick it back to the top of the sort of drama stakes.
Definitely, definitely. I mean, last year I remember having a life and death struggle for the rights to the remote control with my missus just to watch the final day. And after an hour, we turned it off because it was that boring and watched Notting Hill or something, you know. Not
this time.
No.
Richard, as ever, thank you for that, and well done with the prediction. And more sport to come with Rob as well. Sarah J. Mee with us next, and we'll update you on what's happening in Thailand.